Hi, welcome back. We are going to be doing a comparison today on low C flutes. These are in the fourth octave on a piano. I have 5 flutes to share with you, and I decided that I'm going to do them in the order that I obtained them in. And I bought 2 used and 3 new. The first one that I got was quite a while back. This is from Woodsounds Flutes, but it has another name up here that says Windpony. Windpony I have seen online. This, by the way, is one that I got used. The first flute that I got in the key of low C was used. Woodsounds Flutes, I feel very fortunate that I started with that. And Windpony is as far as I can tell, a place online that used to sell a pretty good range of flutes and a lot in the lower price ranges. Woodsounds Flutes do sell flutes to other retail establishments, and this is one of those cases, but I don't know that they very regularly put the other retailer's name on the flute. So a little bit unusual there. This is made of Padauk and used, I don't know for sure, but it looks like walnut, mouthpiece and end cap. And I think the ring might be Applewood, because I know that Brent Haynes used to use Applewood in some of his flutes. And it looks like a walnut spirit claw block. Woodsounds Flutes, Padauk. The next flute that I bought, because I thought I needed to have an extra one, this is out of California. It's called Wolf Claw Flutes. And I will put all of the contact information that I can find down in the description box underneath this video. This is made from Alaskan yellow cedar, and the wolf claw block is made of Cocobolo on this one. And I own 2 flutes from him, and all of his, he does a little extra beading bling on the leather ties. Definitely a difference in length. This is the shortest one of the bunch, and it's because this is the only one that doesn't have tuning holes down on the end. Wolf Claw Flutes, Alaskan Yellow Cedar. The next flute that I got is from up in Canada. Brian Towers is the flute maker, and his flute company or brand is called Bees Native Flutes. This is made of black Limba, and I think this is like a redwood that he's used for the block, at least the top of the block, and the mouthpiece on there, and the end cap on the foot end. Black Limba, Brian Towers, Bees Native Flutes, and kind of his little signature style angled block. The next flute has an oval bore, so it feels like you're playing a much smaller mid-ranged flute depth-wise this way when you're holding the flute. You feel like you're playing like a mid-A flute, something like that. This is made, I believe, of Western red cedar. He does a little burning and painting of the little diamonds around the finger holes. He has an angled foot end, the only one of the bunch that has an angled foot end. He does have tuning holes down at the foot. And he has a higher raised nest. All of the flutes so far, including this one, have a chimney. And this has kind of a feather motif on the block. And it has the largest breath hole. Ran out of here. The raised nest has a separate piece of walnut there. And I believe the block might be made of Osage Orange, if I remember correctly. The last flute we have today is Falcon Flute by Dana Ross. This one is made of Eastern red aromatic cedar, and it is absolutely knot free. A piece of aromatic cedar this long with no knots is remarkable. Because usually it's hard to find a piece of wood that big without knots. It's amazing. Beautiful piece of wood. And I should say, all of these, except for the oval bore, are the same bore diameter. All of them are 1.25 inches, which is pretty unusual in my collection. Usually there's some differences. These are all 1.25 inches, and this one probably equates to about 1.25 inches bore diameter. This has the longest section in front from the end of the mouthpiece to the true sound hole. So that positions the finger holes slightly further away from you. A raised nest, the only one that doesn't have a raised nest is the wolf claw flute. That has a dropped nest machined down into the flue there, or flute body. Oops. All wonderful flutes. All very, very wonderful flutes. Let me know in the comments if you could pick a favorite out of these 5 in the sound or tone that you're hearing. Did any stand out to you to be vastly superior? Did any stand out to you that you just didn't like the sound of? And let me know why on both of those cases. I have used all of these in recordings. And they all perform beautifully. I think they all sound great. They have a nice clear sound. They don't have a windy type of voice. They don't have extra noise in the sound that I'm hearing. Nice, clear, clean voices. But please let me know in the comments what you think. Price-wise, if these were new, the prices would range in the order of the wolf claw flute being the lowest price. This flute from Joe Loftin, I'm not sure if I mentioned his name before. If I didn't, I apologize. Joe Loftin flute is probably the next one up in price. And I'm thinking these are kind of a tie between the Falcon Flute and the Brian Towers Bees Native Flute. That's about a tie. This comes from Canada, and right now the US dollar is doing very well in relationship to the Canadian dollar, I guess they go by. So if they have a flute that sells for, and I'm just guessing right now, $250, we are paying less US dollars than that. We do pay a little bit extra for shipping to get it here, but very, very good values coming out of Canada. And the highest price is going to be Woodsounds Flutes. Woodsounds Flutes also is going to have the, in my experience, the hardest finish. They are probably the most durable. And it doesn't mean that they won't dent. This one, as I said, I did get used, and it has a couple of little tiny dings in here, but I've had this longest, and I've taken it many, 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 many places. I haven't taken extra care of it, and it's done just fine for me. I don't feel like I have to take extra care of the Woodsounds Flutes. If this was a burled flute, I would hesitate to take it as many places. Those are more delicate. None of these are a burl wood flute. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to play them through one more quick time. So you can get an idea again of the sound. Woodsounds Flute, Wolfclaw Flute, Bees Native Flute, and this has a very slight ergonomic offset on the lower finger holes for a right hand down player. It's the only one that has that type of difference. All of the other ones are inline. Joe Loftin Flute. I will say that the Joe Loftin flute, I can feel the vibration in the wood under my fingers. It probably has the thinnest walls and the material it's made from. And the Falcon Flute by Dana Ross. So again, let me know in the comments which one you like best. Which was your least favorite and why? If you haven't already, please subscribe. Click the little bell down there so that you are notified the next time that I do post some kind of a flute review, a comparison, comparing different flutes that are in the same key, music video, many things like that, a flute tutorial on how to play these wonderful instruments. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.